Well, from a business standpoint, I think that we would feel that keeping the business in the family is the main focus. I think we'd be in agreement with that. And making sure that it is profitable and productive and engages all of us in a way that makes us feel committed to it over the long haul.
Very good. Yeah, I didn't think we would come up with that level of agreement. I thought we were having problems. It makes me feel so much better. George is absolutely right. This is a family-run business. It is passed off hopefully from one generation to the next, and I'm so very pleased that he's willing to look at it, from my perspective, because we've really wrestled with a lot of issues that have come down the pike, and through no fault of anyone's own. It's been a difficult ride.
Well, I think that we have to look at what roles does everybody play? How effective are they in the roles that they play presently? Can we utilize them differently? Can we utilize them better? And I don't know if I know the answer to that. I mean, that's one of those things that I struggle with all the time.
I'm assuming everybody's well placed in what they're doing, working hard and making things happen.
Reasonably so, yeah.
I sense a complaint of sorts.
Well, I wouldn't couch it as a complaint. I would couch it as a recognition that perhaps some roles in the whole dynamic of this organization may not be working as effectively as they should be.
And who would you be talking about?
Well, I would say that James does not seem to be particularly happy about what he does. Maybe there is some difference of opinion as to how things should go in his direction.
And has he told you that he's unhappy in his role? Or?
No, he has not. But I think that being there day to day, I have a feeling for the way these things work. You know, again, maybe not completely accurate, but
I'm just going to put it out there. I sense a lot of tension between our two boys, and I get a sense that you favor our older boy. I think Carl does a very nice job. It's been great having him here with the company, but I have actually witnessed some things that Carl has done to pull out the stops and get upset and frustrated with James, and sometimes right there on the shop floor in front of some of our vendors and in front of some of our employees, and I think that he's got that all wrong. I mean, that's really no way to lead and manage a company. Well, and I think maybe you should address that sometime when you say who's happy or unhappy. I think maybe sometimes Carl's not terribly happy right now, and I think he's showing it. He's showing his true colors.
Well, I would say that he is in a tough spot. He has to deal with, you know, all sorts of issues that James doesn't have to deal with. I mean, it's a different level of engagement. I mean, I had it when I took over this company. I had a different level of engagement than my father had. I had a different level of engagement than, you know, he had with people that he worked for. I think you're absolutely correct in saying that things could be handled differently, yes.
Okay.
Having things out in the open, on the floor, in front of employees is not a good way to handle it.
I'm glad you agree with that. I think it's very bad for morale.
There are lots of places for what we like to call process improvement. You've heard me say that 1,000 times.
I'm not as stupid.
Well, that has never been implied and never will be implied.
Sometimes.
But I think that we have to be honest when looking at the overall picture. That's all I'm saying.
I think you've got your blinders on sometimes, and yeah, you do imply that I don't know enough about the business and that I have no business being a part of this conversation, but I think you need to hear a little bit more clearly my viewpoint on this. We have two boys, and they need to be treated equally.